The world we once knew has been lost to shadow. Was it sundered in fire and brimstone? Drowned in flood and rain? Was it tragic decadence? A great fall? Unspeakable corruption? Or did the awakening of magic destroy our world? No one knows for certain. Reach through the shadowy mists. Find a fragment of land infested with shadowy corruption, yet lit enough to find your way. Find a creature of light, a sylph. They are friendly and willing to guide you. Perhaps the two of you can find other survivors. Perhaps this land can serve as a shelter. Perhaps together you can build a sort of haven. Forge friendships to save the world.
Oh, hello, and welcome to Unleash Games Weekly Play. CEO of Unleash Games Live. As for the week of developable bite-sized MMO, we've been building this game about 2 years now, and for a majority, we've been streaming live for you over the last couple of years, and especially we have feedback that there's mic issues. Oh God, the trick is we sound like a robot. I have to close out, which is all right. Feedback is how's the audio now? Is it any better? Yes, no, maybe so. Yay! Thank you. Thank you for the quick feedback. And y'all, like, I love how we all work together to solve these problems. 'Cause inevitably there's always some problems here and there. Y'all, you're coming in clutch. Thank you so much, Toza, Scourge, and Dejan, all friends, like coming in. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. So yeah, you join me live every single week, getting back to where we were now that you can actually hear me properly. We've been building this game for about 2 years. We stream every Friday. Sometimes we've taken a little break here and there, but we've been showing you the game since it's ugly, and it continues to have its ugly parts. But right now, I'm actually really happy with where we've gotten, and there's still a lot more to do. But y'all have been here reliably with us every single Friday and giving us feedback. And that's why we do it. We actually want to be building community with you early on, because what game about community building is a game about community building unless you build it alongside your community? That's what's important to us. So, and that actually kind of gets into, so we'll talk about our guest. I'm actually really, really excited to have our guest on, and I can't wait to introduce him. But first, I have to get to a little bit of an update, what's been happening post GDC and where the energy is and how we've been doing, and what the plans are for Unleashed. Well, coming out of GDC, we actually had a lot of momentum, a lot of interest, and that momentum continues. However, I think the first week after GDC, everybody's kind of in a little bit of a hangover, getting over flus and figuring out what next steps are internally. And this week has kind of gone a little nuts in terms of the conversations I've been having and how they've been growing. And for the first time in a very long time, I'm in a position to where I'm negotiating around money and how much it's worth in terms of ownership of a company. So, needless to say, like we have conversations in place with investors, but it's not actually a direct investment in Unleashed. Because right now, there's a little bit of a weirdness going on in terms of investors and venture capital and investing in game products specifically. People just aren't doing it. And I've been hearing stories from folks at GDC about, and even post GDC, that it's like a dead zone. And this is really concerning to me because these folks that I talk to are some of the most incredible developers I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. And their projects are groundbreaking, like literally groundbreaking. And yet they face continuous rejection of like, hey, we don't invest in content. Or venture capital wants them to release the game prematurely to audiences, like get out and go get KPIs, key performance indicators, that the game is going to be a winner. And I think that this is happening because of a disconnect between, what, venture capital and where they've been putting their money. And they've invested some big money into studios that many of them have either failed over the last 5 to 6 years and burned a ton of cash, or they haven't made the returns that they were promised early on because of the selection criteria that they've been using. So I think the industry right now is kind of spooked. At the same time, publishers aren't backing projects, and this has been a challenge that we've had. We had great conversations with 2K Games, right? This is the feedback that we got about Haven from 2K. It was words like, "This is a breath of fresh air. We have never been pitched a game like this. Um, we can't believe how well you understand your market and how you're going after a very specific market, and we know that this market is a blue sky opportunity." You'd think that with feedback like that, we'd be like, you know, laughing our way to the bank with a great publishing deal. But the reality is, 2K is a public company. All the big publishers are public companies, and they have this issue of like they need to invest a ton of money in order for it to affect their bottom line because they're multi-billion-dollar companies. However, a lot of the new and innovative projects are being made by small teams, and they don't need that sort of budget. So there's this kind of donut hole of projects that only are going to cost $5 to $10 million to actually get to market. that aren't getting funded because they're either too small for the big players, or like they're too big for venture capital who's been spooked out of spending any money. It's kind of a catch 22. And I think that there's actually a great answer in all of this. There is a solution, and it's actually something that I've been advocating for my entire damn career. And our guest is a phenomenal person to answer this question and help us like talk about this, because the reality is that we want to be able to measure whether or not a game is going to be a hit as early as we can without kind of giving away the farm. And there's a certain discipline that has been huge in game development, called user experience and user experience design and understanding your markets. And Greg here, this is Greg Posner, everybody. Please welcome Greg. And he is the founder of Player Driven. Tell us more about this, Greg.
Well, first off, that was extremely nice of you, Irene. I really appreciate those kind words, and I'm hoping here I don't sound like a robot. That's now my biggest fear as I start talking here.
You sound great. You sound great. You're good.
Perfect. Yeah, Player Driven was a community. It started off as just a podcast, and I started talking to all different guests, from indie game developers to AAA developers, people who work in community, people that are artists, people that are in sound, and I was a sales engineer before all this, right? I've learned how to tell stories about selling these things, but I also learned that I love understanding how games are made and the process behind game making and how it takes a community to build this game, right? Back in the day, you have a single indie developer that can create a great product, and it's not that hard to be found. But these days, it's, you go to Steam and it's like a needle in a haystack. There's a lot of new games that are coming out. So we're in this new world where AAA is becoming tougher to develop because, as you said, you need hundreds of millions of dollars to develop that. The truth is, people are still investing hundreds of millions of dollars, but you need to have at GDC kept saying, we want to find a sure thing. We want to find a sure thing. Like, yeah, we all want to find a sure thing, right? Like, if I know that sure thing, I'd happily invest in it. And it's funny, I just had a podcast where the former CEO of Sony, and he just said the same thing. He's like, if you're in that 5 to 10 million range, it's almost impossible to find funding right now. Like, they don't want to touch it for no good reason, right? If you want less money, it's easier to come by than that mid AA range that they used to call it, right? And, I think studios are starting to realize that it's not just about a game these days. It's about what you build around it. It's the whole ecosystem. It's the people. It's the content. It's the material that help drive this. And that's why we first did our podcast, you and I, what was it, like a year and a half ago, right? And I love this idea of the live stream. Show the process. Show the people. Like, you have this, people are keeping their decks of cards like close to their body here. Like, I don't want to show you what I'm building. But what's that going to do? That means you're going to build something that's either going to flop or not flop. You at least are exposing the deck here, right? And letting people provide their feedback. And that's going to help shape the game. You still have your vision and you will build your vision, right? But the fact that you can hear from your community and hear what you want. And I want to help enable that at other studios as well, right? A lot of these indie studios are really great at indie games, but they're not sure how to build the communities and stuff around it that help fuel it. So that's what we're trying to do at Player Driven, is taking it from just the podcast to helping enable these studios to continue to build and grow that community, to help kind of turn around how people viewed single, double, triple I, I guess, or what people are calling it these days.
Yeah, all of these letter acronyms to like design or refer to the category of game that you're building. But, what is the difference between a AA and a AAA game? Like, these days, I sometimes I wonder, is it just because it's hyper realistic looking? Like, like what?
I think
and the budget had to be over $100 million.
Yeah, I think it's just legacy name, right? If it's an EA game, people are going to assume it's a AAA game, right? If it's a small indie game that no one's ever heard of, I think you look at the budget as well. But another thing is that AAA games don't really innovate these days, if you think about it, right? They create amazing graphics and throw ray tracing into Spider-Man for the 7 people that can have the perfect room for that. But when you look at AA, right, or what used to be AA, that's where innovation in gaming happens. That's where people take chances. That's where we see games like Balatro come out, right, and things that people haven't thought of before. And I think more eyes need to be on these communities to be found of, hey, I think diversity also plays a role in this, right? I mean, we in my podcast yesterday, we were talking about women in gaming, and when women started coming into gaming, they brought new genres of games that we didn't imagine before, right? And when we start going to other countries and start enabling them to build games, we're going to see games that we haven't seen before. So I think, by enabling new people to make games and see what games are taking off, I think it's just going to be great for gaming altogether. We just kind of got to get our stuff under control here because budgets are out of whack and everything's happening.
Yeah, but I see what you're doing as a necessity within the industry is having a deep understanding of who the hell your player is. Like that should be your first step. Whenever I come onto a team to help with a project as an advisor or as a contractor or even first party, my number one question that I always ask is, who are you building this game for?
Mm-hmm.
And half the time, more than half the time, they can't answer the question, or the answer to the question is so damn vague. You're just like, okay, like how? And this is something that I think that is a huge disconnect that Blizzard actually deeply understood, but from a really flawed perspective, because they were the masters of making the games that they wanted to play, so they were their own primary audience, and they proved that model of like build what you want to play, eat your own dog food, and keep building that and keep building that and keep building that. But when you build a game for an audience that you're not necessarily a member of, like we did on Monopoly Go, like you need to actually physically know like what your ideal player is doing. What time of day are they playing your game? If they're playing on mobile, like where are they playing? Are they playing in their car, in their bathroom, in their living room? And how long are their play sessions? Like deeply understanding those play patterns and feeding their needs in a way that like meets their needs completely changes how you develop a game title.
Yeah. And not only understanding that, right? When you start taking funding, if a VC comes in, they want to scale. They might see your single player game and say, you know what, we need to make this multiplayer and we want to scale it. And then you're not making the game you wanted to create. And that means there's going to be some sort of love that is lost because it's not your vision anymore. And it's a shame to see some of these top AAA studios be pushed into live ops or action shooters, right? And just flop because that's not what their passion is. That's not what their bread and butter is. And again, like publishing is good. People want publishing. I understand that. But I think the model of publishing needs to change, right? Publishing used to be great because I needed to get my games to Electronics Boutique or GameStop or wherever, right? But we don't distribute physically that much anymore. It's more about online distribution. So what are the publishers doing to help enable it, right? What are they driving you towards, right? And I think that whole model needs to be looked at and thought about, hey, what can we do differently to help enable anyone to be able to publish this game, anyone to distribute this game at mass, right? And I think those are the problems that we need to start solving because, to your point, these studios are popping up full of amazing talent, but they're being held back by their ability to scale.
Absolutely. And also, publishers were supposed to be the classic way that you would find players. Right? Publishers need to be experts on market validation, product market fit, and finding audiences. And right now, all the old school methods of major media pushes are falling flat because the people that they're trying to reach aren't watching classic media like television.
Nope.
Like we used to buy commercials. That was the easy way out. Now you have to make a TikTok channel and like talk to a bunch of kids through like weird self-deprecating, Gen Z slang. These are things that they like, that's a huge like perception shift. And the thing is that like if you don't reach teenagers, you do not set culture, and it's culture that creates zeitgeist, that creates that user acquisition through like getting the word out, like increasing the volume of that brand's voice. And like unless you know how to reach the people that you're trying to reach, you're not going to be able to sell games to them for sure.
Right. Exactly. And you said know your audience, right? To your point, if I'm building a Sudoku type of game, I'm going to go on Facebook because the main audience for Sudoku is probably still living on Facebook. If I'm going to create a new looter shooter, I'm probably going to put it on TikTok because that's where the audience lives, right? It's understanding your audience, where they live, and be able to build some sort of platform or marketing campaign to to get in front of them, right? I mean, bring them onto a Discord if it's the right thing, right? Because from Discord, you can kind of control your audience and get a better understanding. Hey, my community likes this or doesn't like this. Or, I mean, we used to do some indies that we talked to that the community in Discord would start creating art for them, right? And they would start drawing lore. And all of a sudden, like, transmedia is a big thing coming up, right? It's like, hey, now we can start talking about books and we can talk about digital artwork and all this music and all this stuff. And again, it's about understanding, like you said, your audience, where your audience lives, where's your community, how do you interact with them? And yeah, I think people are becoming more aware of that, right? But you can see some games like Manor Lords that really just kind of took off because of that model, right? And they kind of set that standard, like, hey, you don't even need a full game. You need something that works, something, a good prototype and a great community, and they can lift you up as far as you can go.
And that's really like was the core of why we're doing what we're doing, right? Is and we're not pushing hard. We're just organically like a Katamari Damacy, like collecting up people who resonate with what it is that we're building. And some of those folks have literally come onto our team to help us out. Like, how damn cool is that? As we completely ran out of money, but we're still operational. We're still running these streams. And I get to connect with people like you, get you to play our game, get your feedback on what it is that we're building, and also help drive our priorities for the next week, even if we're all like kind of fractionally like jumping in and building it in kind of our spare time. Me, this is all entirely my full-time job, but it's so powerful. And the relationships and friendships that I've made running this stream have been the best way for me to build out this team, because the people who have joined, like, they love what we're doing, like, love. And I know that we're doing the right thing because I get Discord messages at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, hey, Irena, look at this cool thing that I made that we can put in the game. Right. And people pay good money to have people to hire a team to be that excited and engaged. And I feel like it's something special that we've created very uniquely. And it's actually not so unique anymore. There are other studios that are kind of picking up this same kind of pattern. Have you seen any of these, development in the open style studios?
I've seen a couple now, none that can come top of mind, but I love the point about, I mean, I know, and these are not in completely different category, but I know Scopely, Zynga are focusing very much on prioritizing their community, looking at who your VIPs are and by VIPs, I mean, who are spending the most time in your game, right? And they're realizing, hey, we need to go start interviewing these people because these are the guys or gals that are playing our game and we want their feedback. And you've done this at such an early stage that you're building these people and they want to join your team. And when you want to build a game and you have that excitement to build a game, like, it's going to be a great game, right? I mean, it's not like you're forcing these people in here. And when it becomes this passion project, it becomes something that's just so much more. It's one of these things that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It's 1 + 1 = 3, 4, 5, because these great minds that are excited about the project want to be a part of it. And it just drives itself. And I imagine from your seat, it's even more exciting because all of a sudden you wake up and you see all these messages, just like it's catching on. Like it must just fuel your day.
It's inspiring. And it's inspired us so much that we're starting to think about, like, how do we build our game and this company to build Haven like more as an open source project?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that even look like? Like, how cool is that?
From where you sit, do you look into other technologies that are taking off, like UGC? I mean, that's going to be big, right? I imagine in a world like this, UGC would be something that would drive a lot of community out there, or any other things.
Well, we kind of have built all of that into our gameplay, right? We have and that was kind of our intent. Like, what does it look like when you have UGC, but that UGC actually has gameplay implications?
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool twist on UGC that we wanted to build in. We still have work to do in terms of that system, but like, that's exciting. And then we've taken on a partnership with a really cool AI procedural tool called Mythica. And Mythica actually has a system that is completely open source and available to anybody to create high-end like 3D models. And then like you design a model and then it creates infinite varieties of those. And that is an open source library that we are incorporating into our zone development, so that, if you wanted to get art into our game, you can actually create a piece of art through Mythica and it will show up in our game. We're proving that right now because we're running a mushroom making contest with their tool. And there's been like about 20 different submissions of mushrooms, and we're going to be selecting winners, and then we're going to turn a lot of those mushrooms into a crazy over the top mushroom zone for Haven.
I love it.
Like, I don't know, I love experimenting with these new models, and it's magical, the
Yeah.
type of passion that it inspires. And games do that for people.
Yeah.
When you
for
fall in
sure.
love with a game, you fall in love with it and it becomes your life.
Yeah. I appreciate the people that spend time to build out wikis or guides or building content in the game. I'm not skilled enough to do half this. So when I get stuck on a game and I Google it and I realize, oh my God, someone built out this entire walkthrough of this area with every chest or everything, like most of these people are volunteers and they just love the game. And I respect them so much because that is pure heart and dedication. When you really love something, you give it your all. And to your point, a number of companies I've spoken to, like they take people from their community and they eventually get hired onto that team, right? Like it's almost like you're creating your own portfolio of work. And whether it be with Unleashed or whoever you're building it for, right? It's showing your dedication. And we always talk about it on Player Driven. Like if you want to do something, start doing it. Don't wait till you get the job. Do it today. Start getting your experience. And then when you get hired,
Good at
you
it.
got all that experience. And I love how you're doing that. I mean, you're doing all the right stuff, right?
I hope so. I mean, we still haven't gotten funded, so it's not right enough. But I'm hoping that we're setting up a system that feeds itself
Mm-hmm.
ultimately. And I lean back on my experience on WoW. One of the other jobs that I had, I was the UI designer on the WoW engineering team, but I was responsible for design, art, and implementation. And my other second day job was being the community manager for the add-on community. And in fact, like my very first job, my very first task at Blizzard was, Irena, you're just learning how to write Lua. Create a tutorial on how to make an add-on for WoW. And I did. And then we turned that into a BlizzCon panel, which then we presented, an instruction on how to unlock development for WoW for the community. We had like standing room only like over 800 people in the room. And it was crazy to me to think that many players of WoW at BlizzCon were interested in essentially doing what I did, because they could see the efficiencies that maybe I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And we had this flow of build something that's an add-on, and if it's good enough, if it's popular enough, we'll incorporate it into the mainline game. And we did that a lot. It was actually like Tom Chilton and Jeff Kaplan would go through, the ones that they use the most. They're like, how can we incorporate some of these pieces into baseline like the WoW interface? We were very selective about it, but it was like quite literally a path. And in fact, one of our biggest add-on developers, Alexander Brazi, joined the team because he was running like a massive WoW add-on pack, and he ended up becoming a quest designer on the team. Like, what a great way to get talent.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Minecraft is doing it, right? Roblox is doing it. UEFN for Fortnite's doing it, right? Like, these are what the top studios are doing, and there's no reason there can't be a trickle-down effect. If someone's playing a game that they love, you might as well enable them with the tools to help create what they want. It would be silly unless you're a strict one-player game that, like, if you know what you're building and it doesn't fit, fine. But if you're building a game like Haven, right? Like, you want that stuff. So you might as well enable it and find out what's working and what's not working and help them rise to the top. It's win-win.
Absolutely. And there's nothing better. Actually, one of the things that we're doing here in Rhode Island is I just got involved with a group. I'm on the advisory board for RI Digi, and we're running a game development contest in the city of Pawtucket where Unleashed is based. And we're essentially offering game development mentorship to high school students, high school seniors, to develop game concepts, and then we'll teach them in their senior year how to actually turn that into a game, which then they can submit to a game jam. Right? Because and we've already had, like, I think we have like 30 students signed up for this out of, 3 different high schools. But what we get to do is set people up for an incredible career in STEM, an incredible creative career, and we get to do it with things that they're passionate about. Like, that's what there's no better way to learn anything.
Yeah,
So, that was just like a sneak plug. I was so excited to be able to share that. But
I love it. You got to share the dates, you know?
yeah, super, super fun things. Speaking of playing games, hey Greg, would
Yeah,
you like to play Haven and
I
come
will.
check
As
it
long as
out?
you don't make, I'm not an MMO player. Don't make fun of how bad I am at this.
Well, I want you to share your screen.
Okay. I have an ultra wide screen. Is that going to cause a problem?
Well, we're gonna be letterbox on stage. That'll be fine.
Uh, which one is it? Give me 1 second. Sorry. Got too many havens open.
Too many havens. Never too many havens. Have my
Haven dash prototype. All right, let's just share. Oh, here it is. Allow.
There we go.
Oh, it's the robotic again.
Log in.
You became robotic again. Am I robotic too?
Robotic. To be robotic. You go ahead and log in.
You are still robotic.
All right, can you log in?
I will create. Name already. Oh, someone took my name.
Oh, you got to just cancel and select your character.
Oh, there we go. See, I told you I'm not good at these games.
I'm creating a character. What did you make, mage?
Mage. Yeah, you got robotic again.
Maybe because I switched to the game. Greg.
I'm just getting wood, I think. I can't hear you right now, Irena. If you could hear me. Yep, you are robotic. I just collected mushrooms. I'll submit mine for the competition here.
Am I a robot?
I don't think so, but I can't hear you right now. Oh, there you are. You're not robotic.
I am not a robot.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not a robot. You're a robot.
All right.
What's going on?
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you great. You got-
Okay.
What are you targeting back there? That looks like a bug. Oh, you should be able to double click on that.
Which one?
Either one. You can click on the ghost or click on that little rock in the ground.
Quests.
There you go.
Cut the bush down, gather wood. Boom, done it. Kill Kraken root.
Did you accept the quest?
I think I did.
And click the accept button at the bottom. There you go. I got to work on that
killed
quest.
me. This thing killed me earlier.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Let's see. Savage Ice, 40-yard range.
Okay, that was a buff. So that made you stronger. So good call. There you go. Use your spells. Use slot 2 and 3.
2. Oh, I died.
Oh, no.
Bad start, huh?
It's okay. That's okay. There's no death penalty, so.
You say that. Wait till I die a bunch of times here.
Maybe
I buff myself here? Is that something I should be doing here before going in?
You just want to hit so check out your action bar down at the bottom. Those are all your abilities, right? 1 through 4 are your attack abilities, but also, you know what? I could help you out, and I could taunt this guy and help you. We got this. I believe in us.
Go teamwork.
Oh, he's running. Yeah.
All right.
Woohoo.
So
Hi, friend.
Go collect my reward.
You can double click on, you can loot that corpse. One does in an MMO. Very good, very good. Now, you back to the spirit. Yay.
Done. Complete. Don't think I can hit the complete button.
Well, you may. Oh, you only killed 1 of 5 Kraken roots.
Oh, I gotta kill 5. Huh? We gotta go back out hunting.
Oh, yeah, we do. But just like you have that Savage Ice, I have a buff called Crucible of Flame that makes you stronger.
All right.
So,
thank goodness.
Click on me and give me that that buff. I think it's position number 6.
So click on you and hit 6.
Uh-huh. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I am stronger.
Savage Ice.
I feel savage.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go find some Kraken roots.
All right.
That one's dead.
So does a world get generated each time I log in, or?
Well, right now, this world is when you log in. This is where you appear. I'm going to grab this special here. This looks interesting. And special, but there's also like other things that you can gather all through the woods here.
Yeah, this is what I love about these games: building stuff, collecting stuff.
There you go. Oh, and killing Kraken roots, as one does.
Killing Kraken roots.
That's what we do. We have no sound in this game, so we just have to make our own sound effects.
Boom. Sounds like a drinking game.
We have another friend.
Oh.
We have Tozeb the healer. So Tozeb is actually a great example of one of these success stories in our community that is awesome, and he plays with us every week.
Nice.
Is every week and has been helping us out. Yay! You say hello. You can chat through the chat box. It's an ultimately social game. And I'm going to give Tozeb a buff. It'd be nice of you to give him a buff too.
Boom. Done.
And he just gave his buff. So now we are literally twice as powerful as we were before, just because we've all cast spells.
I see that at the top right, or top left.
Yep. this village zone is actually kind of a place where right now we generate per group of 3 players. So if there were 4 players, we would spin up a whole new one. Want to get this one? No.
I feel like I'm understanding like every like 4th word of yours.
You want to go out on a
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
let's click through and go on an adventure and double click on this beacon.
Yep, Adventureland.
And I'll restart. Are we making new characters?
It quit the game for me, and I got here.
Oh my! You crashed.
I guess so. Just crash back to the menu.
Quit the application entirely, and then try logging in again.
Okay. And I'm back.
That's weird. See, bugs. Bugs are real.
Hey, this is what it's all about, though, man. Learning this stuff, right?
Well, yeah.
That's
It's
why
fun.
we do what we do.
That's what we get for playing type.
All right, it's launching now.
And the screen share when it is
Yeah,
up.
It will go back up once the game launches.
We got this. We got this.
Okay. I think I need a better graphic card. Make everything go a little quicker. 2080.
Oh, yeah.
It was new like 3 years ago. Time moves too fast. Sorry, I had a problem with it. Give me 1 second.
No worries. I can try. We're out in Adventureland, and you'll be able to catch up with us.
Yep, I'll be there.
We mage friend. Did I get all my quest credit, though? That's my question. Oh, those are my skills. My quest log. I'm not getting credit for these Kraken roots. We'll have to work on that. I'll kill more.
Let's see.
Execute. Sorry, it's not called execute. In WoW, it's called execute.
So I just gotta get back to that rock, right?
We call it extinguish. Similar style of design, though. Extinguish is can pretty much kill the enemy if they're below 20% health. Oh, here we go.
All right, I think I'm coming to Adventureland now.
Your screen isn't shared, though.
No, sorry, you were sharing. I don't know if we can both share.
We can both share.
Oh, sweet.
There we go. There we go. Hey, Yay, you're back.
I'm
Number
back.
3.
Oh,
Third
yeah,
time's the charm.
One at a time.
The third, great. I'm going to have to buff you up,
Yes.
though.
Better than the last 2.
Yes. We'll take it.
And I'll give you a buff here.
Thanks.
Where's Tobez? Let's see. Oh, there he is.
So have you played many MMOs?
Not really. You know, I was, for better or worse, I was friends with someone in college that got way too addicted to WoW, where he had to leave school for a while.
Oh, wow.
It's just kind of like,
Sorry about that.
This might be too addicting for me. I have an addicting personality. But I would love to get into one, and here we are.
Well, here it is. I mean,
at your own pace.
Yeah, that's kind of the design, right? Oh, here. We're just going to take on 3 while we can. Come here. There we go. I was able to taunt it off of our healer. Yay. So that's the thing that I really love about games is that, we each have like different skills and proficiencies. And we have different moves to like help each other out.
Are you at a point where you can track kind of like play metrics on like which characters are being used more often? I mean, obviously it's really only for the play tests right now, but do you capture any data around that type of stuff?
No, but we probably should over time.
At some point, right? Start setting it up.
Oh, for sure. Like that would be of huge value. Are you kidding? But
Yeah.
With just observational data, like people tend to pick mages more often.
That was being unique here.
Well, it's nice to think of yourself as a boomstick, Yeah. Oh, yay. The wolf animations are fixed. This is why I wanted to get a new build. In wolf animations were broken last week. Uh-oh, I have aggro. I got him. These are a little bit harder. Get him. Whew. Want to get some fur scraps? There's some on that one. Oh, aggro. So with my taunt, I'm able to make sure that the wolf doesn't attack you.
Oh, should I be doing something like that too?
Oh, no, because it's made out of paper. If it bites you, it will actually hurt you quite a bit. But you are a specialist in ranged attacks. So when they run, You're the one that can finish them off while I turn around at the one that you just aggroed and try to taunt him off of you. But it's about like the things that I'm good at compared to what you're good at. They're different and they have different utility. And half of the game is figuring out
how to work together.
Yeah.
Love it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely, it does. And so, like, it's kind of it's a subtle art of making sure that I am maintaining aggro because I can take a hit a little bit harder than you can. Oh, God, come back here, dude. No. I'm trying to turn it around and have it attack me. No, come on, back here. Oh, somebody's getting eaten. Poor Toza has aggro. There we go. I got him. We want to free up the healer so that he can keep us alive.
So we can keep healing?
She can, I guess.
Oh, she can. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Tobez.
There we go. I mean, I don't want to be presumptive as to what their gender is. All right. Make sure to loot all the corpses, too.
We don't share stuff, right? You want to take any of it?
No, we don't share it. Oh, we got aggro. But when we get back to town, we can craft with it. Oh, you guys have echo. Sorry. There we go. I taunted him. I'm not the best warrior.
Don't say that. You're the best we have.
That's true. That's true. I'm what you've got. All right.
All right.
I think we should I think we should loot these things and maybe home and craft some gear.
Let's do it.
And then I want to show you something fun. So that's kind of the essence of the game. I mean, the encounters get harder and harder. In position number 8, you can teleport home. So just hit that spell.
Beautiful. Just run back to the town, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And meet me in the center of town. I will see you there after I kill this Kraken root.
Kraken root's gonna get me.
It's so disrespectful, that Kraken root.
I'm just trying to go home, man.
Just chill.
No.
What's your major malfunction?
They're everywhere, huh? Is there a way to pull up the map?
Not yet. But that's a second vote in a very short while to improve our map. But you'll find me in the center.
I'm
building a workbench.
Is it where I teleported to? That was the home, the town?
Yeah, and then just run straight out from there. In this, take a right.
Take a right.
A little bit more to the left.
What?
Do you see me?
Up there maybe.
Oh, I don't even see you. Maybe I have to find you. Oh, you're in a new village zone because you have a new character.
It could be.
Yes.
Send me an SOL.
No. I'm coming to you now. I got you.
Come save me. Ooh, Staff of Shadow.
Ooh.
Weapon.
All right, you should be able to find me in the center of town now. Oh, I can't build here? Oh, yeah. Learning limits about... I just wasn't in town yet. See you.
I'm getting killed. I'm just
Oh,
fighting.
no,
it.
don't die.
I think I got. Oh.
I got you. Yeah. Hi, friend.
Hello. Where's town at?
Tozem is probably in another zone because you had to create a new character. You ended up in a different village that spawned up just for you. But I made this crafting table for us.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I could craft here.
Mm-hmm. And we want to get some geared up a little bit. So what's great about games, right, is that we can have all the features in the world that are super cool and throw them into our build and all that, but none of it matters if it's not paced out the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually something that we're struggling with because we built this demo for GDC, and you only have 15 minutes to get somebody's attention at GDC, and we want to show off all the abilities and stuff like that. But part of these games is that it takes a little while to get from level 1 to level 2.
Sure does.
So, and the reason why, and you want it to take a little while, you actually do not want it to be too easy, because you and I need a reason to hang out together. and build stuff together.
Can you keep a build alive for a little longer than you would want?
Well, yeah, you can. But so like there's a shift that we need to make from GDC demo mode into friends and family mode, which is a completely different time. Right? We want to keep engaged for days, hours, weeks, maybe if we're lucky. And whereas in the process we're building demos for like really quick show off, is we have seconds to get somebody's attention. So it's kind of this weird like dichotomy of interest. We need more resources.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on here.
There we go. Get some rocks. I don't know. Could you see yourself playing a game like this?
I could. I would sooner see myself playing it on a console with a controller, just because. I mean, I gotta learn how to use PC eventually. I used to play PC games all the time. But if I had a group of friends that played this, I would definitely. I mean, I guess I've played Ark, and I guess Ark would be an MMO.
Yeah, it's kind of like an MMO light.
Yeah, the only problem was like we built this whole thing up and then we left, and then someone raided it. It's like that's kind of a bummer.
Lame.
But I would definitely see myself playing this. I think I love crafting and building, right? And if you can get to something that's big enough and just do that, that's kind of like my my chill place.
That's exactly the point. Is you don't need to like jump into a giant death match to be entertained for the evening, right?
Exactly.
And so like you've got this arcane mill that we want to build, but it's going to take a few resources and we have to like go out and gather it all and bring it back. I've got some stuff that I'm adding now. We need a lot more rocks though.
Rocks. All right, I'm here getting wood.
But we're kind of running up to the end of the stream. Do you want to come see something cool for a minute? I'll show you like a peek behind our wizard curtain. Because like you saw our first adventure zone. But if you come back here, and again, later after the stream, you certainly can come and explore and whatnot. But like this right here is a teleport to our boss zone. This is a kind of zone. Oh, don't go there yet. But we also have this over here. And this is our coolest new thing. We built this zone. Come on this way.
I lost you. There we go. Okay. So, the cactus.
Yeah, the flaming cactus. Here, let me buff you. We're going to need to get buffed. I'm losing my my mage buff very shortly, but that's okay. Or sorry, my healer buff. But go ahead and click on this flaming cactus and go into the golem lair. I haven't actually bought these spiders yet, so we're going to give it a shot.
You chose the wrong sidekick to bring.
Oh, no. I chose the right
Tozeb?
one. I don't know. Where is Tozeb? Tozeb. Oh. Tozeb is here.
Oh. It's like Candyman. Say her name 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any wood for a fire. Do you have any wood?
I do.
Go ahead and double click on that fire and then double click on wood to put it in. There we go. And I can help you build it. Even if I don't have wood, I can still help you build it.
There we go.
Nice. So this new zone, and this is the type of thing that I'm very excited about. Like we can go from one zone to the next. We built this zone in like a day.
Yeah. So I shouldn't go around yet?
Oh, no, let's get in there. But everything, you can chop down some cactuses, as one does.
Normal.
But let's go kill some spiders. Let's see how it goes. Come here, buddy. Come here, puppy dog. Oh, I think these are a little bit harder. Oh, we got this though. Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Easy peasy. So you want to know what's special about this zone?
What's going on?
So all of these assets that built this zone were built with a procedural tool.
Oh, really?
We designed like one cactus, and then the procedural tool made like 12 different varieties. Same thing with these bushes.
This is what, Unity you build it in, or Unreal?
Yeah, this is Unity that we're building in. But the tool, you got aggro. I got you. But the tool we're using, Mythica, is that open source tool.
Yeah.
So these are all open source assets that we used to build our zone. And if you wanted to build a game with these assets, you could. You just have to go get them off of the using the Mythica web tool to download the FBXs.
I'm going to check this out. It's a cool tool. I met a couple people that are building similar tools like that, so I'm curious on how they all differ.
Incredibly powerful, and I really love the idea of creating a pathway for like players to contribute art.
Definitely.
Into a game like this. All right. I'm going to go get myself into trouble.
Teamwork.
Get ourselves into trouble with teamwork.
Yep. Ride together, die together. I feel like I've heard that before.
Yes. We are each other's ride or die in Haven.
Yep. At least for this build.
Yes, exactly. Oh, aggro. Oh gosh, come back here. Why does it always have to be spiders?
All right. Oh.
I'm coming up the hill.
Target dead. Oh my goodness.
Oh, watch out for the hairy one.
That is a big guy.
Uh-oh. Yeah. This will go well.
Oh.
These have never been fought before on this stream. Oh my goodness, look at the targeting reticle. It's in the sky. If you zoom out your camera, you can use your mouse wheel. There's like a circle in the sky, the hitbox. See, you find bugs every time. Every time.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Goodness.
Oh goodness. You can wave at it while I'm attacking. I can't use any of my abilities. There's a weird combat bug.
Yeah, I was gonna say my 2 and 3 are like disappeared.
Yeah. It thinks that the creatures
now I'm chopping the cactus down. Good job.
Out of range. But number 4 still works. I'm trying to execute it. Abilities on cooldown. All right, I'm running away. That's probably going to be our doom. But
it's fine. I think I'm going to have to bail here in a couple moments.
Oh, goodness. Can't bail on the fight.
I know.
All right. Any points of feedback, or what are your thoughts?
No, I think the controls are something I need to get used to. I'm turning the camera or my player with Q or E. It's just something that's not natural to me, but I'm sure most MMO players are used to stuff like that. But I think I enjoy it. I think I just got to play a little more of it to get a better feel for it. But I could definitely see myself playing a game like this with a group of friends and just kind of building something greater than what we have here.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us this week and playing through Haven with our new buggy zone. See, it never goes out perfect the first time.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the invite. This was a lot of fun, and I've been waiting for this. So I'd love to continue watching what you're building here. I think it's great stuff. I think you're doing amazing stuff for the community. So thank you for all that you do.
Oh my goodness. It's a pleasure because it's literally my favorite kind of game. And it would be a pleasure to be able to get it out to market and get people even more engaged and more involved. So thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the stream and watching.
Thank you. Thank everybody for watching.
Thank you, Greg, for joining us. And those of you who are joining us on the stream as an audience, want to play Haven and sign up Friends and Family Alpha, find us on haven.unleashedgames.com, and you can sign up for our mailing list there, and we'll let you know when we open up Friends and Family. And guys, have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.